welcome and welcome back to the channel. How's everybody doing, guys? Real quick. What is this, like a 07, well, you see it's a Chrysler. Anybody can recognize the center console. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a Pacifica. Now, not the newer model Pacifica that everybody's used to, okay? The newer model Pacifica is actually the newer version of the minivan. This is the old version. It's like a 07 or 08. Well, anyway, yeah, there's no check engine light on, but they're having problems with passing emission. She just left another shop. Oh my goodness, man. Y'all know how it is when these cars just leave another shop. Actually, she's saying that she's not ever going back to that shop. So I don't know. I don't see no receipts laying around here normally they'll leave their receipts in here on the seats, but some of these people will spend all this money at these other shops and just let them off the hook. You know, even though they car ain't fixed, they simply forget about it or just let them slide. Well, she got some suspension noise and it won't pass emission. So guys, I gotta go on a test drive. I know I can't film when I'm driving, but when I come back, I will give y'all the scoop on what's happening, as some of my, homie friends would say. I will let y'all know what's going on, but for now, whoa, I hear a little clunking noise. You just spend money on suspension and you got little noises when I just do that. Oh, we in for a long day, guys. Now, there's no check engine light on, but that's fairly, something could be in the memory. Sometimes the codes are stored in the memory and it will not show up right away. All right. So, guys, I'm getting ready to get on the road on the freeway. I don't want to film while I'm driving. So what I want y'all to do is don't go anywhere. Hang tight. When I get back, we're gonna let this thing in the air. I want to see a check engine light, but it still should be in the memory, guys. So, in other words, stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. I will be right back. All right, guys. So I have it up in the air right now. Oh my goodness. Oh, what in the world? Wow, guys. It's supposed to be an all-wheel drive vehicle, but the drive axle go through here. Wow. So they decided they want a front-wheel drive vehicle. I guess there's no problem with that. Now, but the problem, they got a check engine light keep coming on. They can't pass emission. Now, y'all saw the code. It's cat converter efficiency code. Okay, look at this. See, that's why it's what I mean by unnecessary equipment, unnecessary features. Now, it's an older car, but people still do this. So I guarantee they had a problem with all-wheel drive, and instead of fixing the PTU or whatever, they decided to just take the all-wheel drive system out. You know why? Because it's totally not needed or it's not used. So this is one of the only few you can just take the drive shaft out and you still can drive with it. All the other ones, they're gonna look for those. They got some sensors attached and it's gonna look for certain wheel revolution and all this crazy stuff. So they didn't feel, I guess the mechanic got in here and because the average consumer is not gonna tackle this. Just get it out. Just take the drive shaft out. Okay, you won't have to worry about getting it fixed, which is a great option. Okay, now let's stay focused on, man, a lot of suspension work. You know how much suspension noise I heard on this car? And look at all the money they just spent on this suspension work. Wow, some of these shops out there, guys, wow, wow, wow. I heard all kinds of suspension noise, which tells me, look at that. Y'all hear that? That is exactly what I'm hearing. Oh my goodness. Oh no. Oh, guys, I don't mean to laugh, but that is what I'm hearing. Do y'all see? They didn't even tight. Is this boat loose? They didn't even tighten it. It's all new parts. That's the noise I was hearing on the test drive. You know, y'all know I had to go test drive. Always test drive. Now, when you gotta check in the light, it's not mandatory that you test drive. Depending on the fault code. This is a CAT efficiency code, so ain't much you're gonna learn on a test drive for that code. But because of my habits, me wanting to get a feel for the car, I tend to test drive them, and I always find something out. The only way I would knew is from test driving. Look at this. If this drive shaft was here, all of this would be wrapped around the drive shaft. So all this stuff is coming out, man. I don't get it, man. I'm not peeling it off. That's not. Okay, back to the original problem they in. CAT efficiency. CAT efficiency code, okay? So as y'all can see, this is the aftermarket CAT. I have no problem with aftermarket CATs if they work, okay? But this car is designed, okay? The computer is looking for downstream O2 sensor, what the exhaust is after the CAT converter, okay? So now originally this CAT is farther up here, okay? So it's looking for a certain amount of oxygen from the downstream O2 sensor. Now it looks like the upstream O2 sensor in the regular spot that it would be if this was a factory CAT. Now guys, again, I don't blame them from getting aftermarket CAT. Original CAT costs almost $1,000, okay, at the dealership. So I'm not fussing about that. I'm just fussing. This might be the wrong CAT for this car. I sense because this CAT on a regular Pacifica is higher up, it's going to calculate the exhaust past the pre-O2 sensor, upstream O2 sensor, and the downstream O2 sensor. So in other words, if this was a factory CAT, the upstream would be right there, but the downstream would be right here. And the CAT would actually be right here. Okay, so the CAT on this car is further down, which means it has to stretch the O2 sensor. And on top of that, it's in the center of the CAT converter. On a typical Pacifica, that O2 sensor is monitored after the CAT. It's screwed in somewhere here after the CAT, but it's farther up. So the only thing I can suggest to them, man, is I definitely would take it back if the exhaust people, if the same people did this, they should go back for this. Now I looked up top. I can assume that's why they replaced the CAT, because of the CAT efficiency code. All right, that's understandable. But this might be the wrong CAT. I don't know what kind of catalog they're looking up. I don't know anything, but I can't work on this car. I can't do nothing. We will be totally obligated. We will be totally responsible for everything wrong with this car, including the missing drive shaft. Okay, look at this. This will eventually make its way here. I'm not touching this car, guys. I will put this shop at higher risk of a lawsuit. All right, so let me go get my manager, guys. Somebody have to look at this. Let me take a quick ad break, guys. I'll tell you what, let me do that. Take an ad break. Don't go anywhere. I will be right back. All right, guys, welcome back. What we're gonna do, or what the customer decided to do, so I'm not gonna touch any of this, guys. The customer simply want to take the car back to the muffler shop that did all of this after we showed them everything. And she's really disappointed about that. So I really had no intentions of making anybody look bad, guys. Y'all know how I feel about that. But I had to cover my butt myself, because no one else is gonna look at all this exposed. You have to cover your butt, man. So if that involves making somebody else look bad, then that's another call you have to make. But I'm not trying to make anybody look bad. I just want to make sure my butt is covered. They cannot afford, even here, guys, we can't even mount a OEM converter up anymore because they welded the space that's needed to contact the OEM converter. So they're gonna have to, the machine shop that did this, or the exhaust muffler shop that did this, gonna have to take care of all of this, guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this video right here. What a waste, because this is a nice car. These are great cars. I happen to own one, but unfortunately, yeah, the management goes against it. Okay, so I have to abide by their rules. That's the way it is until I decide otherwise. Alright, so guys, I'm gonna wrap this video up, man. Thanks for watching. Comment and subscribe. And I'll see y'all in the next video.